How's it going, Scrub Gamers? It's your boy Scrub Games coming at you with a juicy new piece of content for you to enjoy. But before we do get into the topic of the video, I just want to let you know how you can help support the channel, and that is by checking out Firestorm Games using my affiliate link in the description box below. Because Firestorm Games offer a whole host of products for almost every kind of hobby there is, be it Dragon Ball Super, Pokemon, One Piece, you name it, and they'll likely have it, and at some quality prices too. So just make sure to click the link below and check them out to see the whole host of products they offer while helping support the channel. And also, remember, there's another way to help out the channel, and that's by dropping a like, leaving a comment on the video, and best of all, hitting that subscribe button to keep up to date with my content when it drops. Because I'm still on the road to 1k subs, I'm looking to hit that by the year's end. But now we've got all that sorted, let's dive into the topic of the video.
Alright, Scrub Gamers, so as the topic of the video suggests, this is my previously in DBS video series, where I go over the week's news at the end of the week, so you can get it all in one go, rather than going day by day throughout the week to get the news. And we'll continue on with the set 23 spoilers, and we've come across to the end of the set. We just got to get officially revealed the God Rare, but we've seen now all of the cards in the set. Now we're going on to the TPs, which we started this weekend, so we should have the rest, like all the set, fully revealed, and hopefully a ban list by Friday, so we can start getting the proper testing going. And remember that we got the 2 weekly locals finals to get that testing in on my Discord at ScrubGames on the Wednesday, starting at 6:30 GMT, and as well as that, we have the lookout locals every Friday at 7 p.m. CET. So if you want to get some practice in for the upcoming finals we've got in December for the East, then head on over and get some practice in. We do allow proxies for those weekly locals leading up to the finals, so that we can get tested with the new set. But it's only proxies for the new set and not anything else. If you haven't got cards that have already been released, then you can proxy those. And cards, but we only got a week after it's fully officially released to practice, so we're getting that early practice in to get prepared. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, it helps the channel out greatly, as we've just this weekend hit 800 subs, so we're getting closer, and we're getting closer to our goal. We're just 200 away, and hopefully get there by the end of the year, and we've got just under 2 months to get that done, so let's see if we can push it. So, starting off with the last deck we haven't seen yet, which is the yellow deck, and yeah, the yellow deck. That is the U7 Goku one, so it goes from being SSB Son Goku to Son Goku Autonomous Awakening, and there's no Z leader for this set, or Z battle card, but it's a extra card that does go well, does tie in with both leads, because we saw the other one last week was Kefla, and we got the extra card that they can both use, the other one. So, this one's quite interesting because it's one of the more scary ones from the set, because once again it's a Goku deck. You normally make Goku one of the best things in there, like certain characters obscenely strong, and with Goku, he's normally always got something great behind him because he's the main character for the series. But so on Awaken side, he's got two permanents. The first one is when you would place a Universe 7 card from your combo in your drop, you put in your Z energy set, to mean you can ramp up Z energy like crazy. But it then makes it not as great sounding, well, not as great as it potentially could have been, by the second permanent, which means you can't play Z battle cards. So every time you combo with a Z Universe 7 card, go straight to your combo area at the end of the instead of your drop at the end of the combo. Well, just after you've comboed it, it goes to your from your combo area to your Z energy instead of going to your drop. So you can combo loads and then charge that Z energy, but you can't play Z battle cards. But you still have access to Z extra cards, so there is that. And you also have an auto, which is how you gain kind of gain advantage, or mitigate, not like gain, but more keep your hand, like not negging yourself, which is auto once per turn. When your yellow Universe 7 card using the combo, draw a card. So when you combo, draw, so you're technically replacing it, but then it goes to your Z energy at the end. And the Awaken on this deck is when you're life at 4 or less, or if you have 2 or more energy and you have 3 or more Z energy, you draw 2, take your left hand to 6, and flip over. So never draw 2 leader, not too bad. Because it's quite easy to awaken at higher life, because it's just 2 energy and 3 more Z energy. Since U7 cards go from your combo to your Z energy, it's easy to just combo, defend yourself, and get that awakening sorted. And you get that back your hand a little bit by drawing 2 to get life down to 6, which is quite cool. And then when you awaken, you have the exact same 2 permanents, meaning when you combo with when you use a Universe 7 card will go to your drop from your combo, it plays Z energy instead, and you still can't play Z battle cards. You still have the same auto, which is once per turn, when your yellow Z Universe 7 card is using combo draw cards. You've got the same permanents and autos, but now you have an activate main skill now with it, which is once per turn, place one of your Z energy in your drop and switch one yellow Son Goku card to rest mode. Just any Son Goku, so it could be itself or one in your battle area. And you draw 1 card, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards in your barrier and switch to the rest mode. So that's pretty sick. So you don't, since you'd have to attack with your lead, you have to worry. There's no auto to say you need to attack with your lead to draw 1. You just combo the Universe 7 card in your combo. That's it, to draw a card. And so you can always just use the effect of this to rest itself, sack off Z energy, draw a card, and then choose one of your opponent's battle cards not in barriers, which is the rest mode, so you can get like rest them so you can attack with your other things, which is kind of what you want to do. And that's quite a cool way to do it. So it's not too bad. So you can kind of like plus with the activate main, but if you've got something else to attack, you can then swing and combo and use that for 7. So really weird leader, but still it's pretty strong. Gain that advantage and also get ramping up the Z energy for certain effects as we get to the rest of the archetype. Then with the Z extra, well no, not the Z extra, sorry, the extra card, we've got Technique Showdown across universes. So it's got 2 effects, one for the other yellow leader, one for this leader. So it's got 2 activate battles, and it's 1 cost C extra. Oh, sorry, C battle extra card, not C extra, just a normal extra card. The first one is for this deck, which is if your leader's yellow Son Goku card, as the cost. You draw 1 card and choose one of your yellow Son Goku cards that gets 15k power from the battle, so it's kind of like its own IAR. So those ones we got in set 9 where you use it, you get 15k power, and then you get an effect, basically energy, but this one is just literally just like a pseudo super combo. You get a 15k, you pay 1 energy, you get a 15k power to your leader, well, a Son Goku card, and then you draw 1. That's pretty cool. Then you've got the ever activate battle, which is for the Kefla, Khalifa Kale deck, and it's if your leader is a yellow Khalifa or a Kefla card. That's the cost. You draw a card and choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards, which is the rest mode. Then choose one of your cards to like give you battle. So both effects draw, but then with the Kefla one, you get to switch into rest mode, and you get to get 5k power only for the battle, not for the turn. So that's quite a shame, but it'd be pretty. I don't think it'd be busted if it would get for the turn, but it would be pretty decent. So that's the leader. Then we go into some of the Z next stuff for the deck. So we've got the first Z card out of the 2 that this deck gets, which is the first Kamehameha Omen of Victory. So this is a 1 cost that requires 2 Z energy for the extra deck. Then you've got 2 skills. First will be Auto, which is remove this card from the game as a cost, so lose it to use it. And its effect is when your opponent's life is added to its own Z energy by your skill, you add 1 card from one of your opponent's life to its own Z energy. So that's pretty cool. So when you put a life from your opponent's when you put one of your opponent's cards from the life to Z energy, you then get to put another one from their life to the Z energy. And we'll get to what effects you got that actually do things like that, and we'll have a look and see it a bit. But then we got the activate battle here, limit 1. If you have if you have 6 or more Z energy and you move this card from the game, choose it to one of your yellow Universe 7 Son Goku cards and it's 10k power for the battle. Then choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards using get a skill for the turn. So there we go. So just activate battle. You get to, as long as you got 6 or more Z energy and you lose this card, you get to give one of your yellow Son Goku cards 10k power for the battle, and then get to negate the skills on a battle card or units for the turn. So that's 2, and that's for free use once it's in the battle area, it's ready to use for that. So you got either of these effects, either the kind of technically burn a life, which is not something really had in yellow, or make your things a little bit stronger and neg the skills on the battle card or unison. So pretty decent. And then we got the other Z extra being Omen of a Comeback, and this is a little bit cheaper and a 1 cost with 1 Z energy, and it's got 2 auto skills. So the first one is limit 1, and that is if your leader is a yellow Universe 7 card. When this card is placed in the banner, your leader gets 5k power until the end of your opponent's turn. So give yourself like a bean effect, yeah, 5k until the end of your turn when you play it, and your opponent's turn as well. Make it a little bit easier to defend. And you got the second, so which is if your leader is Son Goku Autonomous Awakening, you add 2 of your life to your Z energy, and you remove this card from the game. So it's again, use and lose it to use it, but then you also got to add 2 of your life to your Z energy. You then get to, or you get the effect of when your yellow Universe 7 Son Goku card, which goes to 6 or more, is played, it gets 10k power for the turn. Then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, negate skills for the turn, and add the top 2 cards of your deck to your life at the end of the turn. So you give a big 10k boost to your 6-drop or more Goku, and then you get to negate the skills on one of your opponent's battle cards. And then the 2 energy, no, the 2 life you put to your energy, you get to add back from the top of your deck. So you use up 2 life, but then you get those 2 life back at the end of the turn. It's pretty decent. Most amazing, the other one's a bit better with being able to burn life, because there's a way to burn life in this deck, which is pretty silly. But we'll get into that as we get to some of the other cards. So that's the Z extra. So we move into the main deck. So we start off with the Gokus of the deck, because it's a teamwork deck. It's got all the Universe 7 fighters in it. And we'll start off with the Gokus. So we got these 3, which are all free costs, all 15k, and they all have at least 1 permanent the same, and that is discarded in rest mode. Opponent's battle cards can attack leaders. So it means you're safe from your leader being attacked. We have this in rest mode. And we've got all different, we've got 3 different forms of Goku. So on the lead, well, so it goes from the SSG to the MSB. So Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue. And the first one we've got, it has blocker, and you also will have a similar activate main. So the first one is just for 1 yellow. Well, they will activate main and limit 1. They will require 1 yellow. And if your leader is a Universe 7 Son Goku card, and you have 3 more Z energy, that's all the same cost, the exact same cost of being a yellow Universe 7 Son Goku, and you have 3 more energy, paying 1 yellow, and only activate it once across all copies of cards for the turn. And for the first one, it's just play this card for your Z energy. So you get to combo it, charge it, and play it from your Z energy, and then just have it as a blocker, defend yourself, and then have that little permanent. Then you've got the other one, the second one, which has a additional permanent, which if this card would leave the battle area, remove from the game instead. And the effect of its activate main is play this card from your Z energy, then choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode, or rest mode battle cards to KO it. So a bit of removal, but then if you lose it from the battle area, it's gone for good. And then for the SSB one, same kind of extra permanent, so it's gone from the game if it's used the battle area. But its effect from its activate main is play this card from your Z energy, then choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards or unison, switch it to rest mode, and then that card can't switch to active mode to the end of your opponent's turn. So you get to stun one of your opponent's battle cards or unisons, which could be handy against unison decks. There's not many of them, but there sometimes are, or even just decks with battle cards that you just want to hold off, keep it in rest mode so it can switch back. And then if you drop it again turn after turn, just keeping that card locked down. But those are the Gokus. Remember the Universe 7 cards, so when you combo them and put in the Z energy, then you're going to be able to play them again as well. So then we move on to some of the other Z fighters. We got Son Gohan, Piccolo, both assistants from Goku, and then SSB Vegeta, godlike power. So Vegeta is one of the SRs. Few SRs in this deck, pretty strong ones as well. So we'll go with the Vegeta first. So it's dual attack, 20k 4 cost. It's got an activate main being limit 1 for 1 yellow if your leader's a yellow and you have 3 more energy from in both of your energy and Z energy. Or 3 more cards in both your energy and Z energy. Play it from your hand, so you can play it from your hand for 1. And then it's got another also is limit 1 if your leader's yellow and you have 3 more Z energy. When this card attacks or when this card is added to Z energy, choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards or unison switch to rest mode. So you get a nice little auto to just combo it, put in your Z energy, and then you get to just rest the battle card unison, just like similar to what yellow does stun, and it's also 20k dual attacker. Now you have Gohan and Piccolo. These are both, like as we said before, in most of these videos going over some of the archetypes. Every set really has like a searcher and a cantrip, and Gohan and Piccolo are those. Gohan is the cantrip, just when it's played you draw 1. And the Piccolo is the searcher, where when it's played, look at the 5 cards on top of your deck, and just 1 yellow Universe 7 card when energy goes to 4 or less to your hand, and shuffle your deck. And they both have this new interesting auto that these plus some other ones have to help you draw more. And it's not as busted as people thought until when they realize exactly how it works with mechanics. But the autos are limit 1. If your leader is a yellow Universe 7 Son Goku card and you have a Universe card in your combo area, when this card is added to your Z energy, draw 1. So people used to were thinking when they first saw the leaks of this deck and started trying it, that if you combo, I think there's 5 or something, or 4 or 5 of them. They thought that if you combo with each of these 4 cards plus another units for 7, and at the end you put those Z energy one by one into your, like when you go to drop, you put it in one by one, they go draw, 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 draw. That's not the case, because how it really works is at the end of a battle, both players, starting from the turn player, choose one of the cards that goes in the Z energy. Then a checkpoint occurs, which would be if you had one of these to Z energy, you then a checkpoint occur. You look to see if you got a Universe 7 card in your combo area, because the battle hasn't finished yet and the cards ain't going to drop. Then you get the effect. But then after you've Z charged, then all cards go to the drop at the same time, all in one go. So you'd combo with a few. You'd get your Z charge step C charge 1, trigger the auto at the next checkpoint, and then at the end, rest of them go to drop, and then say go and drop to get Z energy, but you go at the same time, so when they go to trigger, there's nothing else in the combo area to trigger, so you can trigger these once per battle, really. So normally when you combo, like at least the first time you do it, you combo 1 to get the draw from Goku, from the lead, because when you combo the unit of 7, and then after you combo these, end of the battle, you then Z charge to one of these, which is what you did. Trigger that because you just got the Z Universe 7 card in the combo area, but at the next checkpoint, get the draw. Then end of it, you put the card to drop, but then it goes to Z instead. So that's how it works with that. And then we move on to the next one. So here are the other ones. So we've got Android 17, Assistant from Goku, and Android 18, Assistance for Goku, and then Krillin being the skill boss for this one, being a free cost 30k. And then we've got, so with the Android 17, he's a little bit different in the fact that he's got a counterplay skill, which is limit 1. If your leader is a yellow Universe 7 Son Goku card, as the cost, play his card, and if a battle card being played has an energy cost of 7 or less, it's played in rest mode. So similar to several ones we've had for yellow. And it's got permanent where if you have 6 or more energy, you reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2, meaning you can use the counterplay as a 1 cost. And then we got Android 18. So they both have the same auto as Gohan and Piccolo as well. So the second auto is exactly the same as the other one. But the Android 18 has a different first auto being limit 1. If your leader is a yellow Universe 7 Son Goku card, you discard 1 card from your hand. You remove this card and use the energy from the game. When your opponent attacks, use up to 2 yellow Universe 7 cards with 5k combo power from your drop in the combo with the skills to get for a turn. So that's pretty cool. So you can just remove this card and use the energy from the game. Discard a card from that card, and when you attack, just get a combo with 2 5k combo power yellow Universe 7 cards when you drop. With the skills to get just to get that extra 10k using your Z energy. So this card from your hand that could be like an extra card that you can't use or a dead card to then lose this from your Z energy and get extra 10k for that battle. But it'll be able to skills and get for the turn, so you won't get any effects. But if you're in combo one of these two afterwards, you can then Z charge this, get that draw from that card, and then the everyone's go to your Z energy because if they're Universe 7, well, they're hoping going to be Universe 7 cards because they're permanent on the lead. So that's those ones, and then we have the last, I think these are the last 2 cards from the deck, and that is the SR Gokus for the deck. So we got these 2 being SR cards, being Ultra Instinct, and well, 2 different versions of Ultra Instinct. I think one's Sign and one is more Ultra Instinct. We've got Ultra Instinct Son Goku Divine Technique and Son Goku Multiple Awakenings. So the 4-drop is a 20k barrier blocker, and it's got 2 autos. First one being when this card's played, choose all your cards and 1 barrier, switch to rest mode. So you get the switch it to rest, get it there so you can attack into it and stuff. Just on play. And the other auto is when this card is switched to rest mode by your leader's skill. So remember, your leader's got an effect to switch a Goku to rest mode, being either itself as the leader or one of your battle cards, to then get a draw and stuff and switch the rest mode or barrier. So if this card is switched to rest mode by your leader's skill, your opponent adds 1 card from the life to the hand to the life, then you add up to 1 of your opponent's life to the Z energy. So that's how you trigger the extra, the effect on one of these Z extras to make them place a life into Z energy by dropping this while you got the Z battle card out. Use the effect of lead, switching this to rest, to draw 1, or switch this to the rest, draw 1, and rest 1 of the battle cards, ignoring barrier. And then you get this effect trigger to then put a card from their hand to the life and a card from the life to the Z energy. So you can trigger the Z extra, then burn them 1 to the Z energy. So that's how you do that, to slowly burn. And it's got an activate main to drop it cheaper by limit 1 for 1 yellow. If your leader is a yellow Universe 7 Son Goku card, and you have 3 or more energy and 3 or more Z energy, you draw 1 card and play it from your hand. So you're not really losing anything, you're replacing it in your hand, bring it out. And then we got the 6-drop, which is more like the more busted card from the set outside the secret rare. And that is a 6-drop, 30k with deflect. Is auto, is one that is how you're going to get quite a bit of burn, which is limit 1 for 1 yellow if your leader is a Son Goku Autonomous Awakening as the cost. So you got by paying 1 yellow, as long as your leader is the specific leader. When an opponent's battle card is KO'd by this card's attack, for every 5 cards in your Z energy, you add 1 card in your opponent's life to its own C energy. So you can essentially burn them to burn a life, and it's how you normally finish this off in game. So the more Z energy you've got for every 5 in there after you kill a battle card, you get the move 1 of their life to their own Z energy. Then you got the activate main on it to play it cheaper, which is limit 1 for 1 yellow. If your leader's yellow, your opponent has 3 or more energy, and you have 4 or more Z energy. Play this card from your hand, then choose it to one of your opponent's rest of battle cards in a barrier and KO it. And during this turn, you could only play yellow Universe 7 cards, and this card gains the following skill, which is activate main, plays 3 using energy in your drop, and switches card to active mode. And this is how most people are trying to finish with the game in the game outside the secret rare, because you drop this, you get to choose one of your opponent's battle cards in your barrier and KO it, and normally you're going to be using your leader's effect to rest itself, draw 1, and switch one of the battle cards to rest mode. It's normally something weak, small. And then after you drop this, after you've got a load of Z energy, swinging this into one of your opponent's power cards, combo everything in, as long as you've got enough Z energy, times 5 to the amount of their life. So you can then KO that battle card, trigger the first auto, then pay 1, then for each 5 cards you got Z energy, deal with damage, put one of their cards to life to Z energy to kind of finish them off. So if you've got 20 Z energy and you KO something using this attack, you then put 4 of their life into Z energy, which could just end the game. And it's just horrible. Also, the annoying thing about this is that they've got the cooler counter. So turn 5, you've got the cooler counter to kind of force that attack through to one of your opponent's weak battle cards to kind of guarantee the attack's going to go through and you have to combo out of it. Unless they've got any battle tricks to kind of like neg the skills or get rid of it mid-battle. So yeah, that's that deck. Then we go on to some of the other cards. So we've got some of the legacy support. So every color has legacy support of 2 cards for their color in a certain deck. And for this one is the previous yellow Kid Q deck from the last set. The yellow with like skillless one with Upa and the 4-star Dragon Ball, 4-star like heirloom 4-star Dragon Ball or something like that. And it gets a support in a 5-drop Son Goku Inherited Willpower and a 1-drop Upa Biding Time. So the Goku is a 5-cost, 25k, double strike. When this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards or unison, switch to rest mode. Additionally, if the chosen card is a skillless battle card, KO it. And the activate main limit 1 if your leader is a yellow Korin card, so only with that specific leader. And you have an original skillless battle card with energy cost of 3 in play. Play this card from your hand. So play out cheap and get some removal on the go, and it's 25k double striker. And then we got Upa Biding Time. Hits a 1-drop 4k. With an auto of when this card is played, look at 7 cards from the top of your deck. Add it's 1 Grandpa's Heirloom, the 4-star ball, or a skillless battle card to your hand and shuffle your deck. And then activate main, which is limit 1 if your leader's backside is Son Goku and Core and Martial Discipline. You have 2 more energy and you switch this card to rest mode. Play up to 1 skillless battle card with energy cost of 2 or less in rest mode from your hand. So another way to help you awaken as quick as possible, get that skillless out, so you can then flip over and start doing things properly. So not too bad support. I don't know how amazing it is, but I know the deck was pretty interesting. But I'm not sure. I don't think it's done much competitively, but I think it's done something locally, like casually. But yeah, nice the support for this. And then we have a look at the secret rare as well. So the last secret rare is a yellow one, being Ultra Instinct on Goku State of the Gods. And this one's got people in a tizzy because of how busted it seemed based on the run we've got so far regarding its interaction. Because it's an 8-drop 45k. It's got Victory Strike as its only keyword skill outside of Ultimate. And it's got 2 permanents, and it comes down using that in main, which is paying 4 yellow. If your leader is yellow, you have 5 or more energy, and you have 10 or more cards in your Z energy. You get to play this card from your hand. So turn 5 and onwards for most yellow decks, and you have 10 or more cards in your Z energy, which you could easily get in this yellow Goku deck. Play it out, and you've got this 45k Victory Strike battle card. So 45k is quite powerful compared to most secret rares. Like a fair few secret rares are normally 40k, but this one's 45, and it's got 2 permanents which make it a lot harder to interact and actually do anything, because the first permanent is this card isn't affected by the skills of your opponent's battle cards other than opponent's cards other than battle cards. It means it's unaffected by your opponent's leader, unaffected by your opponent's unison, unaffected by your opponent's extra cards. Only affected by your opponent's battle cards. That's the only thing that affects it. Now that seems like really insane, but then also not too bad because it's still affected by battle cards. But it's affected by battle cards, but it's harder to affect it with battle cards because the second permanent, which is your opponent can activate the skills of battle cards in any area. Remember, because it's normally when it doesn't specify an area, it means just in the battle area. But because it specifies in any area, it means in any area. So if your opponent can't activate the skills of battle cards in any area unless they switch 2 of their active mode cards to rest mode as additional skill cost. So if you want to use any battle card skill in any area, you've got to switch 2 cards to rest mode as well as paying for the cost of that card. No matter the skill, if there's a negate on the skill, counterplay, just using effect to play, you've got to rest 2 active mode cards, otherwise you can't do it. And that seems busted because there's also the weird rule about battle cards aren't actually treated as battle cards in any area except the battle area and the combo area. So you can't even negate this with battle card negate. Like you can't. It's unaffected by anything other than battle cards. So even the extra card negates won't stop it because it's unaffected by them. And then battle card negates won't affect it as well because they're not treated as battle cards in the hand for anything other than the permanent. So they can't negate. You can't negate with battle cards unless there's an auto that activates on play to negate the attack, which there really isn't. So this card's it's massively hyped up. We're wait to see how strong it is, but also we haven't had official rulebook. Like things could change, update regarding like battle cards in whichever areas. So like it's scary, but there are ways to kind of deal with it. You just gotta look into it. Like anything, you just got if you want to find counters, you gotta look for them and try and use that deck building skill to do it. So that is the last secret rare. Then we go on to TP, so we start getting some this week. We've got the red and blue ones. So next week we should get the green, yellow, if there is black, and then multicolor ones if there is any. And get to see what decks they support. So the red ones we only got 3, and they're more supporting the red Gohan and Android's decks. So we've got Android 13 Full of Confidence, Sun Gohan Seek It Own Style, and Android 19 Energy Guard. So we've got the Gohan being support for the Future Gohan red Future Gohan deck, and Android 19 being for the red Android deck, and then Android 13 being support for anything that's not a red Saiyan leader, and also support for the Android stuff because it's a red ribbon army as well, which is cool. And it's interesting to see that Android 13 is as a red ribbon army, so it can work pretty well with like the previous like red Android stuff we've got, being like the Cell Max, Magenta, stuff like that. Whereas the Android 19, even though it's also a red ribbon Android, it's not got the tag. So that's quite interesting to see there. But it's more specifically for the red Androids, which, don't have that tag. So Android 13 is a 4.20k with blocker. 2 autos in activate main. The activate main is how you play it out by limit 1 for 1 red. If your leader is a red non-Saiyan card and your opponent has 2 or more energy, you draw 1 card and play this card from your hand, so you get replaced in your hand, play it out for 1. Then its 2 autos are first, when this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards. The unison gets minus 15k for the turn. And I know every time there's a red card that minuses that seems quite cheap and easy to play, people go nuts for it, thinking that's like it's going to bring Caller Mill to being a new strong card for Caller Mill. But yet, Caller Mill's had all these good cards come out, but it's not really done anything because one, people just didn't really like alternative ways to win, like mill or hand destruction or anything like that. Different routes to play the game. And people didn't seem to be playing at Caller Mill that well either, which is interesting. And then it's got second auto, which is when this card attacks a battle card, which is card activated in the turn, so you can attack in battle cards to kind of get rid of them, to like manage board, and then in turn restand it, so you can use it as a blocker, which is pretty cool. Then Gohan is a 4 cost 15k with deflect. It's also is when this card attacks, look at the 5 cards on top of your deck and place up to 1 red Trunks Future card from under a Straw West in your battle area and then shuffle your deck. So look top 5, find a red Trunks Future, put under your C extra, and then shuffle your deck. And you play it as cheaper as well by activate main, limit 1 for 1 red. If your leader is a red Son Gohan Future or a Gohan Xeno card, and you have 2 or 1, you get a place card from your hand. That's pretty decent. It's one of the few Gohan cards that don't. Well, it's one of the only Gohan cards that doesn't really require you to pay extra energy or sacrifice energy for your leader's effect just to get the other effect going, which is quite cool. And in Android 19, Energy Guard is a negate for the new red androids. It's just 1 cost, counter attack to get the attack place card. And it's got a permanent where if your leader is a red card with both Android 17 and Android 18, you activate this card's counter skill from under as the extra in your battle area by discarding a card from your hand and paying its energy cost. Now that's terrible. It's cool, it's a 1-drop negate. And it could be useful against this Gohan depending on if being under the Z extra in your battle area counts as being in the battle area and treated as a battle card to help use it as a negate to stop the secret rare. But the only other thing is, even if you got on the Z extra, you still got to discard a card from hand and pay the energy, which you just use it from your hand instead, rather than put this card you can't really use from underneath the Z extra without paying the same cost as it would then. You might as well just keep your hand, use it just to pay the 1 so you don't lose in the second card. Otherwise, if you use it on the Z extra, you're using 2 cards, discarding a card and paying energy to use it from underneath there. When you could just use it in hand, just pay the energy rather than not like discard a card from your hand and put something more relevant on the Z extra to actually play out. So that's not great of a permanent on it, but it could be nice as just a negate for 1 energy. But then you want better ones like the new Floodgate, really. So then we go on to the blue ones. So we got 4 blue ones. So we got these ones being support for blue Raditz and Nappa, and we got Raditz defensive form and Nappa weak point attack. So Raditz is for the Raditz deck, 4 cost 16k, so it goes tied in with the whole Scour strat. And it's got permanent winners. If this card has a blocker skill, this card gets 99k power for the barrier. So you might be wondering, how does it get blocker? Well, with the leader's skill, when it's awakened, you could use one of your Raditz cards to give a blocker for the until the end of your opponent's turn, I think it is. So you can use that, and yeah, then it becomes 25k with barrier on board, which is pretty sick. So you've always got 25k to attack it, and even as a blocker if you need be. I think your awakened leader even restands at the end of the turn as well, while also giving a blocker. And then you got the auto when this card is KO'd or removed from the battle area by opponent's skill, you draw 1 card. So if it's removed by your opponent or just KO'd, then you get a draw card, replace it. That's quite nice. And then you got the activate main, which is limit 1 for 1 blue. If your leader is a blue Raditz card, you have 2 more energy, play this card from your hand. So if you don't want to play it off your scouter skill, you can play it by itself. Then you got Nappa, which is built for the pre-release leader, which is Nappa and Vegeta. So 4 cost 20k, so it can be played off the so it's not one of those cards that can be played off the Scouter strategy, but it's also got like a nice little auto when it's KO'd by the Vegeta's skill, draw 1. So if you KO it by your leader's skill when it's awakened, get a draw. And you got 2 activate skills. First one be activate main, limit 1 for 1 blue. If your leader is a blue Nappa card and you have 2 more energy, play this card from your hand and play 1 Cyberman token, so you can help yourself trigger some skills, because you need Nappa Cyberman cards for some of the skills. And you got the activate battle was per turn for 1 blue if it's your turn. That's the cost. Play 1 Cyberman token, then use it to 1 mono blue card with a 5k combo from your drop in a combo with skills to get for the turn. So pay an extra energy to get a Cyberman token, and then also combo with 5k, making it essentially pay 1 for an extra 10k combo, because you can then combo with the Cyberman token. That's pretty cool, and it's pretty nice. Not sure how great the Nappa deck is. Like, the Raditz one looks pretty interesting. Nappa one could be pretty good, but it depends, because it is like you can have generic blue support, but it's revolved around a lot of Cyberman tokens. But then again, people were worrying about token strategy being relevant, but then Secret ID doesn't seem to be played as much anymore. It's more of the Heated Fired Spirit. And then the other 2 blue TPs is a Piccolo ready to fire for the new Piccolo Goku deck, and a new special SS3 Vegito Ultimate Battle Form, which is from the special saga, which could be really good for 7Ku. So the Piccolo ready to fire is a 3 cost 15k with counters. It might seem busted, it's got a counter for free for blue, but is heavy restrictions, so it's limit 1. If your leader is a blue card with both Goku and Piccolo on, so you got to be the awaken the backside of the new blue Goku and Piccolo deck, only on that side, and it doesn't gate the skill, it just You draw a card, you play this card, and then this card gets 5k power until the end of your opponent's turn. So you don't counter the counter that you're using it on. You're just drawing a card, playing this card, or drawing a card, playing itself, and giving itself 5k power until the end of your opponent's turn. And it's made cheaper as well because it's permanent. If you have a piercing special beam cannon in your battle area, you reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2, so you make it a 1 cost counter. And it's got an activate battle limit 1 for 1 blue, which is active mode, so you can get 2 attacks out of it, which is interesting. Not sure how great it is, but it's very tied to the deck, but it does look pretty interesting. Then you got this SS3 Vegito Ultimate Battle Form. So it's a 20k with 4 cost 20k, and its also is when this card is played, choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards and return it to his owner's hand. So not great bouncing it back a card to your opponent's hand. If it's a Z battle card, cool, you get rid of it from the game, but anything else, you just get it back in the hand so you can use it again. And then at the start of your opponent's turn, add up to 1 non-super combo card from your energy to your hand, and add the same amount of cards in your hand from your hand to your energy. So essentially, you bounce back energy to your hand, then play back down the same card or never card in active mode. That's as long as it's not super combo, you take back. So essentially, making this almost a 1 cost to play because the activate main is limit 1 for 2 blue. If your leader is blue and you have 3 more energy, draw 1 card and play this card from your hand. So replace it often when it comes down 2 energy, but you gotta have 3 or more energy, but that's very easy to do. That's why I said it's pretty good in 7Q, because you're normally going to be playing turn 1 charging and then playing the Beerus or Whis. Either Whis to play charge the Beerus from the deck and draw 1, or play the Beerus to draw 1 and play it into your Z energy. Or put into your energy. So then by turn 2 you ramp 3 energy, you ramp again the 4, Awaken, and then play this out to get a draw and then replace one of those dead Beerus cards that will never restand because of its effect. Back to your hand and place something else down, so you technically ramped. So we go into turn 3 with 4 energy instead of 3, which is pretty cool. And if you play more of these throughout the game, you can then start doing that more and more often, while getting these 20k attackers as well and putting your opponent back by bouncing cards back to hand, so you have to repay the energy to play them out, as long as they're not cards that get that benefit of being played. So that's the TP. So yeah, we've only seen a few of the TP so far, but we're going to get them, and they'll be legal to proxy for the upcoming webcam locals next week. So make sure to check this out on Wednesday and Friday. Before we finish off, have a look at the webcam locals from this week, though. So first one we got is my Road to Finals webcam locals from this previous Wednesday. We had 12 people join up because it's the first one, and I think not everybody was able to get to a printer and print off their proxies in time. And sorry for the little graphic being wonky. I forgot to check it over before because I was in a rush to sort it out. And from the 12 we had Geo taking it with a 4-0 with his Green Gohan, Peter coming in second with his Invoker. And we had Ivan from the Lookout coming in third with his Red Future Gohan Broxide. Myself coming in fourth with my Red Androids I put together. And then we had AF Chicken in fifth with his Hatchet going 2-2. Chan with his Spirit Bomb Spirit Bomb deck going 2-2. Tom with his Soul Striking going 2-2. Baden Black going 2-2 with his Set 18 Shroom Salsa. And then we had 9th F Nugget with his Green Kong going 1-3, and Majok going 1-3 with his Cumber. And then we had Ryan and Orbster dropping at round 2 and round 3 with Set 2 Vegito and Set 22 Broly. So that's some results from Wednesday. So congrats to Geo. Good result there. Then we got to the top 8 of the Lookouts webcam locals on the Friday. So they had 27 players. We only got top 8 because there's too many to list through all the decks that they played. It's more relevant for the top 8 of them. And out of 27 players, we had Tom coming in first, going 5-0 with his Soul Striker. I think they did have it as a 4-0-1, but then normally you show when it's free, you show win, loss, draw. But it's not a draw; it was a bye, so I just put it there as the 5-0 like it should be. And then we got Big O, Ollie coming in 4-1 with his Demagra. People getting confused by how Demagra's up, but it's just Blight's getting more support, and Ollie being the great player he is, piloting a deck after building it up. Then we have Ivan from the Lookout playing different proxy deck this time, going with the yellow U7 Goku to try out different decks to see what you're interested for the finals, going 4-1. Then we got Geo coming in 4-1 this time with his Green Gohan. F Nugget doing a little bit better, coming in 4-1 for this locals with the same deck, Green Gohan. We got Animax coming in 3-2 with his Aegis Gogeta. Peter coming in, testing the U7 Goku as well, coming in free too, and then Blocky Stream coming in free too with his Aegis Gogeta as well. Well, that's the top 8 players. There are very few, so barely any red here, and barely any, or only one black compared to what most people are playing. But then again, it's locals. Some people were testing out decks for finals from the current what we've got. Some people testing from the new set what we got, trying to get like practice in, and that's what it's all about. That is it for today. Thank you for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next week when we go to the rest of the spoilers. So then we'll have everything and even a ban list. So thanks for watching, and see you in a bit.